Hello and welcome to the Shapers Direct Surfboard Fin tutorial. One of the more frequent questions we get here at Shapers Direct is, what's the difference between all the surfboard fins? So that's what this tutorial is meant to answer. Along the way we're going to touch on terminology, a bit of hydrodynamics. We're going to talk specifically about shortboard fins and longboard fins. So if you have any questions along the way, pick up the phone or shoot us an email. We'll do our best to respond just as promptly as possible. Let's get started with some basic terminology and the effect on surfboard fin performance. One of the more common measurements you see when talking about shortboard fins is the fin base length. The fin base length is measured where the fin touches the surfboard. That's a critical measurement because the base of the fin determines the drive, the lift, the acceleration, the hold of the fin. So pay special attention to the base of the fin. Secondarily, there's the depth of the fin, and you guessed it, the depth of the fin is how far the fin sticks into the water. Think of the extremes on this. If you have a very short fin, you're not going to be able to hold into any waves. You're going to slide right out of them. Conversely, if you had a very long surfboard fin, it's going to bog you down. There's unnecessary weight there. It's going to cause your surfboard to slow and stall. So the base and the depth are a proxy or an estimate for the area of the fin, and the area of the fin is really the more critical piece in determining the performance of the fin. Ultimately, you want a large enough fin to hold into a wave, but a small enough one so that it's loose and it'll fit your surfing style. We touched on the base, the depth, the area. We even spoke briefly about the lift of the fin. Let's go over just a few more terms. First, there's the sweep of the fin, and that's how far the fin is canted backwards. The further the fin is swept backwards, the more rounded or long your turns are going to be. Conversely, if the fin was in a more straight up pattern, your turns would be more of a pivot. Next, the cant angle of a fin. The cant angle of the fin is measured from perpendicular. So assuming the fin is straight up and down on the bottom of your board, the cant angle is actually how much that fin is canted to one side. That's the cant angle. The toe angle, when you hear someone talk about the toe angle, they're talking about the angle of the fin in relation to the stringer and the board. If they're in complete parallel, then there's a 0-degree toe angle. You can also toe the fin in, you can toe the fin out. That angle is going to be set by your shaper when he sets the fin boxes, so you're not going to be able to move that once you get your surfboard. So with that basic terminology in mind, let's delve into a bit of hydrodynamics. Think of the surfboard fin like a airplane wing. To help you with that visually, I'll turn it on its side. Just like an airplane wing, it's foiled or curved on both the top side and the bottom side, or the outside if you prefer, and the inside. And just as air flows over an airplane wing, water is going to flow over the surfboard fin. And as it flows over the fin, it's going to create areas of high pressure and low pressure. And just like an airplane wing, the surfboard fin is going to want to move away from high pressure towards low pressure. So if we picture the surfboard fin as it would be under your surfboard, it's going to want to move into the wave. That creates the hold. So picture yourself going right on the face of a wave. The surfboard fin is going to want to get away from high pressure. It's going to want to go towards low pressure, and it's going to keep moving you towards the wave. It's going to hold you into the face of the wave. I hope that makes sense. So you have foil, low pressure, high pressure, enough on hydrodynamics. So what does all this mean if you're going out to buy surfboard fins? Well, size matters, okay? If you're a small surfer or you surf small waves, you'll just need a small fin. Conversely, if you're a large surfer, say over 175 pounds, or you're surfing big waves, you're going to want a larger fin. It has to do with the hold. You're going to need that extra hold in a larger wave. So what's a big fin and what's a small fin? Well, big fins, if you look at the depth measurement, is going to be 4 3/4 inches, or thereabouts, right? And a small fin is going to be about 4 1/4 inch. So if you're a medium-sized guy, you're going to want an all-around fin, surfing medium-sized waves. A 4 1/2 inch depth on your fin is going to be just about perfect. Next, when it comes to surfboard fins, weight matters. Remember, the heavier a fin is, the more it's going to bog you down. You don't want that unnecessary drag, so you want a light fin. But you also want a rigid fin with the proper flex characteristics. So all the surfboard designers are out there trying to figure out what they can do to create a light fin that has the correct stiffness and flex characteristics. So if you're a medium-sized surfer looking for a good all-around surfboard fin, here's a good starting off point for you, jumping off point. Look for the Rainbow RT3, RTI, R5 templates. Those are all roughly the same size. Look for them in their Pro Core, which is a good lightweight fin. If you want to take a look at FCS, they start with their M5 template. The FG5 again gets a little bit lighter. That's their epoxy. Their Performance Core PG5, again a little bit lighter. And then their H2, which is their highest performance fin. So that should really get you started if you're a medium-sized guy or gal wanting to surf medium-sized waves. If you're bigger, you want a larger fin, look at the Rainbow CIM or the M7 series from FCS. If you're smaller, look at the M3 series from FCS or the R8 template from Rainbow. Now keep in mind, the materials, the brands, the names of all these fins are going to change over time. What you want to look for is the size of the fin and the material and the weight of the fin. Okay? That'll guide you correctly throughout the fin selection process. So that about covers it. We touched on hydrodynamics, terminology. We talked specifically about shortboard fins and longboard fins. But keep in mind, a scientist is able to make the most perfect hydrodynamic fin in the confines of a laboratory. That doesn't make it perfect to you or me. You've got to take these fins out in the water. If they feel right for you, then that's the perfect fin for you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for shopping at Shapers Direct. Shoot us a video or a photo sometime you using your fins. We would love to hear from you.